And try this one more time. We got a mess going here, so I gotta clean up. I've been cutting metal. Right behind me here is the result of today's, well, it's the result of many days and hours of work. Look at my hair, is a mess too. I haven't shaved. I need a haircut. But I spent 2 weeks in Kentucky. I worked like hell before I left. We got a lot of this mezzanine done. And when I got back, my son worked on it when I was gone. So go up there. I'm gonna run up the stairs here. What's nice about this mezzanine, you don't have to climb a ladder. You just go up these stairs. There's an upstairs in the shop up there. Just go around that corner. I never put a railing here because I did plan on putting the mezzanine ends right here. I gotta cut a little angle here, a couple inches off. And there's gonna be a post right here, and then the railing post right here, and it'll bolt up to here. That's a 3 2x8s. So I've got a little more work to do underneath there. The insulation fell down there. And then now I can put that piece of plywood in there. That's not supposed to be left open. So we're almost done there, but I wanted to focus on this end down here. Here's our posts. We got this 1x2 square tubing. I had this blue stuff in stock. I bought a piece. I think I bought it like 2 years ago, right here. And then another piece on the other end. I mounted these 2 cabinets here. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah. Zoom you out. No. Can't do anything. Okay. There's a wire up here. We had a light up here. It was actually mounted right there where that screw hole was. And it was in the way. This cabinet, the door would have hit it. So took it down. It was one of these here. These are throw a lot of light. We don't need one of these back up there. So we're gonna go, that just screws in a regular light socket. So we're gonna put that back up, but we're just gonna put a regular bulb, like the old Thomas Edison type of LED though. There's the wire for it. I think I'm gonna put 2 because these doors swing open, and then they will block the light from if you put a light over there. So I'll put 1 dead center on this cabinet, and you got a nice big cabinet. These are 18 inches deep. I've got 4 shelves for this one. I think I only need 3, maybe even just 2. Not sure. Depends on what I put in there. I'm trying to go quick because I did this video and it was 25 minutes long, so there's no way anyone's gonna watch that. Got fender bolts. This bolt's just to the other one on the other side. Up here I've got a piece of sheet metal sandwiched, so there's 3 layers of metal there. And then it goes up in here. There's actually 4. They overlap in the middle here. So I got 3 bolts in the 2x8 up here. I think they're all 3/8 bolts by 2 inches long, and then they're nicely anchored in there. I think it's plenty strong. My son is kind of concerned this whole thing's going to come crashing down. You guys look at it in the video and leave it in the comments if you think it's strong enough or if it's not strong enough. He's got lag bolts up in there and here. I don't blame him. He's better to be safe than sorry, you know. But I always say safety third, you know. But that's anchored in there really good. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I've got 2 bolts here, 1 down here, and then I got 2 these black metal shells over here. I don't really like the black inside of that. I might paint this back sheet, just this back part white, just so it reflects some light back. I can't see anything in this cabinet. So that's done. This was down below, and it was just piled with junk on it. This is mostly everything on here are tools that we use today. I had these flashlights, speaker flashlights. There's a red, and then so I could see to put the bolts in. So yeah, this cabinet here I bought in an online auction. I thought there was 3. There ended up being 13 of them. So I took 2 trips. I took just the truck to go get them because I thought there was just 3. And then I put 6 or 7 in each load. So I got to get rid of some of them. We got too many. And then this cabinet I've always had down below. I won't even open the drawers. It's full of junk. Got to sort through everything in there. And yeah, the mosquitoes are out, believe it or not. That cabinet I've had for 10 years. And we just dragged it out of the shed, brought it over here. There was some, it's already starting to fill up. I think I gotta put a sheet metal screw to stop this thing from popping out. The mechanism to lock it. I might take those little lockers off. That's annoying. It won't open unless you push on that button. This one here, just pull in the open. So it'll still stay closed. So got screw, yeah, these are all wood screws in here. I'm gonna fill this whole drawer with wood screws. These containers fit on an angle. I love these mayonnaise containers. You can bring them out in the rain. You can throw them. They don't break. Cardboard boxes fall apart when they get wet. And this one, even this giant one, fits in there. So that I'm gonna put these screws are gonna go in this one. Okay, gotta go quick here. This is nails down here. We're not done sorting. I gotta get these packaged better than there. Get every kind of nail you can imagine. I got a whole garbage. I want to throw these in the garbage. Shouldn't though. The minute I throw them out, I'll need them. And then I've just got some random stuff in here. I got some rets, speaker wire. I think these drawers down here are empty. So they had metal, sheet metal in there, and these grooves and stuff. And I took it all out. These are just perfect. They're about 6 inches deep. And it's too bad it's not taller, but you know, I got 6 drawers. So I could put, I have some bins on the wall downstairs that are, I think they're as ugly as, but they're practical, they're handy. So they're going to probably go on here. Not 100% sure, but I may get rid of them. But that yellow cabinet that's, I was going to put the yellow one over here beside one of these blue ones. I think this blue one and the yellow one. Turns out it's 20 inches. These are 18, both of these, so they match. They're exactly the same height, width, and depth. The yellow one probably will go here. That's why there's a space here. There's nothing here right now. And then I have room for some more shelving down here. I think I'm going to put a couple. I got a whole bunch more of those. I got room for 2 more. And if I cut one down, I can probably fit one underneath the stairs. I'm not sure if I will or not. It's kind of, there's going to be quite a bit of storage up here. I don't think I'm going to put any more of these cabinets along this side. But there's always the option. My son thinks I'm crazy, but I can always add on here and put some cabinets on this wall, just on the top. I don't want it to look cluttered in here and junky. But you know, when you got a lot of tools, you gotta have a place to store them. There's a whole bunch of stuff I never really had a place to put in this shop. It's just kind of sitting on the floor and in the way all the time. So yeah, that's what's going on. So right here, up to this point here, the whole thing's 4.5 feet. I settled on 4.5 feet. I thought maybe make it 6 feet. 6-inch piece of plywood there. And that's a 4x8 sheet. There's 2 4x8 sheets. Well, this one's cut a little shorter than 8 feet, so it's just short of 16 feet at that joint right there. And then that's another 8 feet up to that end right there. So the whole thing is 26 feet, approximately, give or take a few inches. And I've been going like crazy all weekend working on this. So I'm using this stuff here, cheapest stuff you can buy, just to go around this styrofoam up here. So, you know, we're in Canada, so minus 25, 30 is normal in the winter. That's Celsius. And Fahrenheit is about the same at minus 40. So it was minus 40 for 3 days last winter. We didn't get any cold weather like that this year. But so I've gone everywhere and I've put this, I think there's 3 layers of styrofoam in there, which is good. That's done. All the walls are all insulated with 5.5 inches of fiberglass. There's a vapor barrier. And then we put this Aspenite OSB and put, I think there's 3 coats of paint on there. I used a brush when I did it. I did the bottom of these sheets before I put them up. I painted one side, lifted them out there, and they've been there ever since. and we'll go look at the underside. Trying to do this video in much less than 25 minutes because nobody's gonna watch that. And then these are bolted to the wall. My son's paranoid this thing's gonna, they're screwed to the wall. He's paranoid this whole thing's gonna come crashing down. So there's no way it's never gonna come crashing down. He's went around and put a second bolt here. Is that 5/16? Yeah. So that's a 1/2 inch. And yeah, it's right through a nice solid 2x8. The 2x8's sitting on an 18-inch I-beam. I mean, it's only about 4 feet away. So, and then over here is a solid wall. Like the other end of that 2x8's on a 6-inch wall, exterior wall, sitting on a concrete foundation. So then we got this one over here. He's drilled another hole here, so he plans on putting another bolt there. That's okay to make it more, way stronger than it needs to be, but I'm the kind of guy that's like, just make it. It should be good enough. I plan on making we made a mistake to put styrofoam here yesterday. I want to put a piece of angle on either side of this 2x8 and then put one of these trolleys like this one here. That will go. And then with the chain block, I can lift heavy items up here. It's not like I'm planning on putting a whole bunch of heavy stuff. It'll sit on that I-beam at that end, and then it'll sit over here on the wall, and then we can just raise something up off the floor down here, which is a mess, and then put it on here. I'll have the railing will be here. We'll have hinges or something, and we'll just swing it out of the way or lift it out of the way. When I go to build that, whatever way I decide to do it, that's the way it's going to be done. What else? I got a spot for a light to go here. We moved this one over a little bit because it was, we were hitting our heads on it. It was right here. I think the light was installed somewhere around here, and it's like right in the path for our heads to hit. That was done before the mezzanine was built at this end. So I decided to do this bit of an angle here. See how it changes? Goes from 4.5 feet, starts to going wider over here. Ends up being, I think it's a little over 6 feet there, just at the very end. Because I wanted it to land on that third from the landing. It's almost flush right there. So when you get on and off the mezzanine here, you're just walking right out on a level step here. It's pretty good. I like it. And then we're going to continue the railing down, and a railing across there. I don't want anybody falling off this thing. Over here, there's supposed to be a wall. Go up there. So yeah, I got a lot more to do. But we're getting there. We are getting there. And then it's going to end where the bottom of this angle is for the stairs. The wall is not going to go lower than that. And I might actually put some pegboard or I might actually have room for some little shallow shelves here. Maybe 6 or 7 or 8 inch shelves just for this couple of feet here. It's pretty wide right here. And then as you get over here, it's almost shoulder width here. I should measure it. Looks like it's about 32 inches right there. Keep in mind, we're over 13 feet from the floor to the bottom of these floor joists. So we have room for this. I'm going to measure underneath that cabinet. I want to know what it is from the bottom of this blue cabinet to the floor. Yeah, we're over 10 feet here. With 10 feet, 3 3/4, almost 4 inches, and then this tape's not long enough. It's only 12 foot tape. So 10, 4, 13. It's 13 feet. Yeah, it's 13 feet from the floor to the floor joist. So with a 6 foot space here, we have 7 feet and a bit down below. And then, 7 feet underneath the mezzanine. So it's just working out. And then there's an upstairs also above here. This is the second floor above. It's a wood shop up there. And then most of my stuff that I use like long-term storage kind of is going to be up here. Yeah, I'll have a place to store stuff. for the first time, you know, like this is all lost space when you have a. It makes it really hard to do your work in the shop because you're working at such a high. We're 7 feet. My feet are 7 feet off the garage floor, so you got to work on ladders, and it takes 2 people. And so I told my son we'll build them. We didn't do any insulating or anything in the back wall. I said we'll do the whole entire mezzanine, and then we'll insulate the wall. Which you're working on a nice, steady, solid platform here, and you get access to stairs now. So it's working out really well. We're gonna have the lights up. It's pretty dark in there without the lights now, because the cabinets are blocking a lot of light. And we got to continue here. I got a couple of 3 coats of paint on this stuff. We mounted 2 plugs. There's one up high here. There's one behind that gray shelving over there. And then that's it. I think 2 is all we need. I'll be able to put power bars. And if I ever need any electricity up here, I don't even think I need it, but if I do, I have it. So, okay, let's go downstairs. I'll show you the underside. We're living through hell here because all that shelving was on the back wall. This cabinet was against the back wall. I had shelves along here. We've kind of lost them all. They're all taken apart. I am not reusing them. So everything that was on those shelves is now scattered around on the floor. There's a box of bolts. Nuts fell on the floor down here. There's stuff everywhere. There's the Garvin milling machine. It's going to have a nice home right there with nothing around it. The lathe is further down there underneath. I protected it with a bunch of plastic and kneeling pads and blankets and stuff, so nothing. If anything did fall, it would be padded, so it wouldn't damage anything. If we break something on that lathe, I don't even know if I can get parts for it. So what we did, I used 5/8 flooring plywood, and I put this unistrut. I had all these offcuts. I had pretty well everything I needed. We were just short a couple of pieces down there, so I bought 2 more lengths. I welded I have 1.5 by 1/4 inch. I think that's 1/4 plate. I drilled 4 holes, so we have a combination of 3/8. These are 4-inch 3/8 bolts. Those are 5/16, I believe. And above the mezzanine, there's 2 more bolts. Same kind of thing. I mean, it's anchored on there really good. And then we have this. I'll show you in there. I went and I welded a piece of solid square steel, and we took a circular saw and cut a little groove in the 2x6 back here. So that's sitting on that wood right there. I think at first we were doing every one of them, and then I said we'll do every second one. I don't think we need to do every one of them. And then I got a different type of plywood down here. It's more of a nicer finish than that OSB. So this cabinet here, this has got all my kits in it, all kinds of different parts and things. It's in front of the window right now, which is kind of dumb. You don't put a tall cabinet block half your window. So it's going to go in the corner, but we couldn't do it until this is all done back here. And then there's another cabinet same size as this that's flush with I can make it flush with this workbench here. It's going to go down here. So it's going to be good. And then I got a window here. I didn't want any back windows on this shop, but I don't make all the decisions. I would have eliminated those windows, but we have those windows. And I think that'll be fine. I'll put the milling machine in front of one, and I think I'll put I got some ideas. So there won't be any shelves along this wall at the back. Not yet. I have one. I want to put one across the top here. And then I'm going to put some braces there too. I'm going to use some of this offcut unistrut, and I'm going to cut a little 45-degree piece in here on top of the other piece of plywood like this is going to go up here, obviously. And we are going to paint it white, so just keep it cleaner and reflects light. So there'll be a shelf somewhere 12, 14 inches down along the whole on either side of these windows. The full length, 26 feet. And should be good. I might put some pegboard here and there so I can hang some things up. And I don't know. I got to do my window trim. I got to get the railings up. So, I mean, there's all that space there. Future real estate for storage. But for this, you know, first stage of this, it's all well bolted together. The angle is sitting on top of the plywood. And then there's these 3/8 bolts. Hold it all together. It's solid. It's like walking on a concrete floor. It's solid as hell up there. It's no problem. If you don't think it's strong enough, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I'm sure my son would like to hear someone say it's not strong enough, build it stronger. So I think it's plenty strong. And the bottom of those cabinets, like I said, it's 10 feet 4 inches. So nowhere near in my way for anything. And this is 7 feet right here. Actually, I think it's more than 7 feet. But anyway, that's where we're at. Trying to keep this video shorter. We still ran over 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Happy Eclipse Day tomorrow.